You know, it's really the one thing I am seeing that I really dislike. It's the very defensive stance on the topic where it's like, well, that's it. Like the VA buyers are going to get screwed, and now these people are going to get screwed, and this is dumb, and like da 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 da. I don't like that at all, right? Like taking a very defensive stance for I'm going to protect my commission.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Walkthrough Podcast presented by BAM, your go-to marketing and branding podcast. My name is Danny Deals, team leader here in New York and Florida, and today I am joined by Mr. Eric Simon, aka The Broke Agent, Mr. Jason Cassidy from sunny San Diego, and Miss Marley Presswood from beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. And today we are talking for the second time what maybe not to post about the NAR settlement, social media tips, our favorite marketing of the week, our least favorite marketing of the week. We're going to make everybody laugh out loud. If you were watching this episode, you're probably going to spit everything out of your mouth, your water, your coffee, the Skittles you're eating, maybe the Red Bull. Everything's going to be spit out once you see this video, and much, much more. But before we do, make sure to throw us a like, make sure to throw us a comment, wish Eric a happy birthday, happy Easter to everybody, happy April Fool's Day next week. Give us 5 stars because apparently we don't have 5 stars right now. Shout out to Mrs. Simon. Get into BAMX because the prices are going up. See you at BAM Camp. See you at BAMchella. See you at BAM Camp. And I think that's it. Get into Reminder Media. Everyone ready?
Let's do it.
I think you did miss
everything.
one BAM thing.
There's a lot of events going on. We'll get into that.
By the way, it is now called BAM Fest, not BAMchella. There was a massive trademark violation against that. We had to remove all socials, remove all of our landing pages, change all of our branding.
Did you get a cease and desist?
Note to self, do not call anything Chella. Don't make any sort of post about it because they have a software system climbing after you. So anyway, Dan, let's get into the show, shall we?
Yes, sir.
All right. You want me to lead this off?
Yes.
All right. This is something we covered last week about the NAR settlement. Should agents post about it? Should agents not post about it? And we've kind of had mixed reviews. I'd say it's 70% agents saying just stop and wait and see. But I just want to play this video from Brad McCollum because he is very adamant, very enthusiastic about how agents should not post a thing about it, despite posting about it himself. So let's watch this video. And then Jason, Marley, I want to get your reactions.
Stop posting about the NAR settlement. Seriously, do you really think there are that many people in your market that are watching the news so closely that all of a sudden they're never going to value your services again just because of some stupid article on CNN? Or do you think it's possible that it's maybe you, the agent, that's posting about this thing that we actually have no idea how it's even going to turn out, inserting doubt into your marketplace about your actual value? So stop trying to convince the people that think that you don't have value that you do. There's already tons of options out there for people that want to choose different styles of service. Commission has always been negotiable. So here's an idea. Maybe stop posting and adding noise and confusion and doubt, and instead work on our value proposition and learn how to have that conversation when the time comes. I bet it's going to show up a lot less than.
All right. So, Jason, let's lead off with you. What do you think about this video from Brad McCollum? Do you think agents should not post about it? And I do just want to say this before we get into your opinions. Everybody's talking about this. So I don't think an agent posting about it is going to trigger something, your consumers being aware of this, because I've had so many conversations. I'm not even an active real estate agent right now. I was taking a beach walk a couple of days ago with lug nuts on a nice Sunday, 65 degrees sunny, got a nice little tan from it. And a couple of my friends were walking with me on the beach. What did they bring up? Was it March Madness, Dan? Was it about how U of A's in the Sweet 16? They're going to cover 7.5 against Clemson? No. It was about the NAR settlement, asking me my thoughts, asking me, is this the end of buyer's agents? Asking, if I list a house, does this mean I don't have to pay the buy-side commission? That's a true conversation, a true thing that happens. So everybody's talking about this. This is the biggest story in real estate right now. So Jason, thoughts on agents posting about it, not posting about it, and on Brad's great hair?
Brad has the best hair in real estate, first of all. He's right, I think, in a sense of what 99% of real estate agents I see doing are just regurgitating the news, you know what I mean? As opposed to adding any value or their opinion on how it impacts the client. So I think that there's a right way, just like every piece of content, there's probably a right way and a wrong way to do this. I think a lot of the agents are just defaulting to the wrong way and just regurgitating the story as opposed to breaking down what it means for the client, what the new normal is going to be. He's probably also right in the sense that we don't even know what the new normal is going to be, though. So there is probably a wait and see approach. I think there's like a speed to lead on this. Like we collabed on the news when it broke last or 2 Fridays ago now, and 100,000 plus views. So like there was a speed to lead, and I think a lot of people saw that and thought they could capitalize on the view. But BAM is a news agency, and so there was a reason we did that really quick. Since then, I didn't talk about it once, because ultimately, like this is a kind of a space for the leadership to speak. Thankfully, I've seen the EXP leadership and the real leadership, and a couple of the others have like gotten out and done these great live streams. Like leave that to them to explain it. And then if you are going to do anything, I think breaking it down to like exactly what this means to the client now, but we don't really know that yet. So maybe wait and see. He's right. I think the majority of what I'm seeing we could do without.
Yeah. Marley, what do you think about this? Do you think Brad is right? Have you posted about it? What have you seen out there?
I have not posted about it. I have shared on my story of different leaders posting about it, but I do think that a lot of people have no idea what's going to happen, and the post that they're doing is more so like agent to agent post, but they're thinking it's agent to consumer, but the consumer doesn't get any value out of it because we don't know what's going to happen. So it's really like when COVID-19 is like, hey, COVID-19 is happening. We don't know what's going to happen with the market, but we'll let you know. So I think that it's more of like people are just scared and want to get on top of it because they think that the consumer cares a lot about it. But when we're having that conversation with the consumers, it's really just this is what's happening, but we don't know the results and nothing's going to happen for the next 100 days.
Yeah. COVID-19. I haven't heard. That's a throwback right there. It makes it feel like the pandemic all over again. Go ahead, Jason. Yes.
You know what's really the one thing I am seeing that I really dislike? I can't remember. There's a guy who did like one of these type of things where he was talking to a mic as if he was talking to someone else. He probably wasn't even talking to anybody else, but it's the very defensive stance on the topic where it's like, well, that's it. Like the VA buyers are going to get screwed, and now all these people are going to get screwed, and this is dumb, and like da 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 da. I don't like that at all, right? Like taking a very defensive stance for I'm going to protect my commission. That's exactly why we're in this problem. So that stance where you're almost like fighting for yourself here, that can be done in a different vein for sure.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have the hot take here, huh? You guys are gonna make me do it. I'm gonna preface this with this. I mean, Brad is the man. Brad is. I love him so much, and I don't disagree with the point of like, agent to agent. But I mean, I could not disagree more with like just not posting about it or burying your head in the sand and ignoring it, or pretending like it doesn't exist, or pretending that your clients aren't watching the news and seeing that. I think I couldn't disagree more, truthfully. Again, I love Brad. But I think as like the future generation of our industry, I don't know if you guys are seeing this in your marketplace yet, but I am. So like, while we might not know what it is exactly going to look like in 100 days, we have a pretty good idea. We've had a pretty good idea for the last 3 or 4 years. We've been prepping for this. We've been, going through our buyer consults. We've been talking to sellers. I've already had 3 examples, and one of them being a $5 million one. My first ever $5 million appointment, maybe the most awkward encounter of my entire life. Thank God I had like gone through it and prepped the team and actually studied and knew how to articulate it, but it was like probably the most uncomfortable conversation I've ever had. So I disagree. I think I would rather see agents not breaking down the news, right, or speed to lead or being like a newscaster, but like explaining what that means. Like, we're people's advisors. Eric, the same way that Jaegerman, in the middle of your pickleball set was talking to you about, the settlement, like people know. My 62-year-old father who the guy's head's in the clouds every single day. I don't even think he has a TV. He knew about it and he was asking me, and it's our job to be able to educate people on it. But, you don't want to be put in a position where you're on an appointment and someone asks, or you're on a beach walk, or, you're hanging out with your niece, Marley, and someone asks you and you just be flat footed. So like, I disagree with like, by putting it out there, you're going to raise more awareness to it. Like, that's our job.
Yeah.
I think a really good idea. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
A really good idea would be doing the question box on your stories and say like, what do you want to know about it? And then reshare those posts as a reel, like, this buyer wants to know about this. And then you can do a reshare or do a reel about it and turn that into another reel, letting them know, like answering their questions about what's happening with the NAR settlement and what will happen in the future, most likely.
I like that. The question box, and like what Dan said last week, you could fabricate your own questions. So you're basically having the conversation with yourself. There's a bunch of good answers. So we asked this question in our BAMX Facebook group. If you're not a member of BAMX, use code MADNESS for 20% off. Get in there right now. There's a link down in the description. Here's some good ideas. I haven't posted about it. I've been waiting to see if I start seeing consumers post about it at first. So far, nothing. That's not a good idea. That's just a comment. Someone said, I put out a YouTube video Tuesday about it, doing a podcast with my broker tonight, debunking the media headlines. All right, here's a really good one. This is my favorite one. We posted a conversational interview with a friend who is genuinely curious. Check out our YouTube channel, 360 Real Estate Pros, for the 10-minute interview. We'll love your feedback and perspective. Please think of us for Santa Cruz. Okay. So they posted an actual conversation with a client.
I love that.
And had a 10-minute conversation. So basically, showing, through the looking glass of exactly what is going on. Someone said, I'm 100% talking about it. I did an IG live. I sent in an email to my sphere. Clients and leads have been calling, all my active clients and leads. There is zero need to wait to do anything. And then here's one more that I'll read. I think it's important to acknowledge what is going on and to point out the false info because it shows we are educated and engaged, not cowering because we got caught with our hand up our ass. Actually says in the cookie jar there. But so a lot of different perspectives on this. I think.
Wait. You changed cookie jar to
let me finish
ass?
this point. But yeah, I changed it. It's called comedic effect, trying to make the show a little bit more interesting. Yeah. But I think the main point is, if you're not posting about it, are you calling your clients about it? Are you having those conversations? Are you prepared to have those conversations? That's what's been important. Obviously, burying your head in the sand would be a psychotic move. So
yeah. And I don't think, over posting about it, or like what I can't stand seeing is like the jokes of it, kind of like, like the making fun of it or like the mockery of it. Like, I think it's just not a good look. Like if I'm, and again, this is the pot calling the kettle black. What?
Guess I'll have to delete my last 6 posts on the Brocation.
But that's you. You're not selling real estate. You are our comedic relief. Like we go to you to make those jokes. Like I don't want my, someone that's going to be buying a $2 million house to see me on the side of the road with a sign saying like, no more buyer commission. Like I might as well go be bartending. Let me go learn how to make an espresso martini again. Like that's probably not, ideal.
That's exactly. I agree with Dan. I've seen that. I've seen three or four different agents have some sort of like, okay, well, we're going to avoid showing these because it's a 2% versus a 3%, like making fun of the situation. But I'm like, holy crap, like that's exactly why we're getting sued. Why are we making fun of this? Like, you know what I mean? Or Derek Gregory, again, I don't think he meant it, but like he's like showing what it would be like hourly and how we'd be jacking up the prices and stuff like that. And all of that it's tongue in cheek, but it's also very, this is an open lawsuit. It's very sketchy.
There is a huge spotlight on the real estate industry right now and real estate agents and how we post about our content. So I think Amanda did a post on your team, Dan, on TikTok and was getting, ripped in the comments. So everybody's so hyper aware of this, and there's such a negative just feeling in the world out there against real estate agents that now it's probably more important to double down on the value-based content and not be making a mockery. Leave that to the memes and to
leave that to Eric. Leave that to Eric.
Exactly.
And speaking of which, wish him a happy birthday. Wish him good luck for U of A here in the
birthday
Sweet 16.
The birthday that never ends. It's fantastic. I'll be 45 by the end of this. But let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should you post about the NAR settlement? Should you not post about it? What are you doing? Let us know. And make sure you throw this video a like, sub to the channel. This show is blowing up, Dan. Our last video got 4,000 plus views. So really appreciate all the new listeners, all the new subscribers that are coming in. So thank you for watching. Make sure you throw us a like if you are enjoying this content. Dan, how about this? We have some new social media news, all right? It's been a long time since we had anything to break on this show, but I have some good news, Marley. Good news for you. Good news for Jason, who loves doing long form content, or so he says that he will like doing long form content. Instagram is testing longer reels to maximize engagement. Instagram is expanding its test of longer reels video uploads, with some users now able to upload 3-minute long reels in the app. This is the first time this has been seen in live testing. However, you can use pre-recorded videos as longer reel upload as opposed to capturing them in the Reels camera. So this is a trend, right? Because longer reels are a trend in TikTok as well, as it looks to broaden user behaviors and provide more content to keep people engaged. So the point here with this is it's a pendulum. Social media, it shifts back and forth like politics, right, Dan? Sometimes it's a left-wing president. Sometimes it's a right-wing president. It keeps going back. Everything, culture, it keeps reversing. And now it's short form to long form. Everybody wanted those quick cut 4-second reels, the captions popping up, all that sort of content. People are overstimulated. People are getting sick of it. People want the value. So longer form content. Marley, are you excited about this? Are you going to be making longer form content for Instagram Reels or are you just going to ignore the new feature?
I'm definitely going to do it. It's going to take some adjustments because I was loving the 9-second reels. Those were so much
Same.
fun. Um, what I'm probably going to be doing is a lot of the get readies with me or the day in the life. I think the day in the life could be really good because you can throw in a lot of CTAs, as in like, hey, let me know if you'd like if you're drinking coffee, and you're like, hey, let me know if you want to know my top 10 coffee shops in Charleston, or let me know if you want to know like the best boutiques in Charleston. Let me know, so you can do those long form CTAs throughout it and really entertain them while you're teaching them. So that's probably what I'll be doing. It'll be the easiest thing for me.
We're
I
gonna be
love the
watching
get ready
Marley
for
get
me.
ready for 220 seconds. Let's go,
Exactly.
baby.
Here are my 50 top favorite coffee shops in Charleston. I love it. Just one
Just give me
post
your email
after.
address.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Imagine
Jason,
it's a 2-minute and 59-second long, like reel or video. That's like a CTA. Like, hey, for my strategy here, watch till the end of the video. And then the end of the video says like, comment, subscribe for the video. Oh my God.
you
I would
wait
snap.
2.5 minutes to actually get that CTA.
100%. And then it wouldn't even be a CTA because they would just say comment on it. And then I'd have to wait for the CTA.
Exactly. But this is a welcome shift, I think, because this is the perfect time for more reels to show more value. So Jason, are you going to be doing longer form reels, or are you just going to keep doing your thing, your sushi videos?
Dude, I hate the way we were getting down to short form. Like, it's impossible to explain contingencies in 30 seconds, right? Like, so some of the stuff, like when you're you want people to know, like, and trust you, it's fun to do the quick skits to get people to find you and then maybe like you, but how do you get them to trust you if you're trying to explain what you're doing in 20 seconds or something like that? And so I hated the trend over the last 3 years. Like, everything about TikTok and Instagram stories, I hated because I liked the longer form stuff. And so the fact that we can go a little bit longer. Now, the thing is like the way the algorithm works, you still need people to watch longer to make it go, you know what I mean? So like, you still will have to have like a hook and stuff like that. But, being able to tell a story and have it go for 3 minutes instead of 1 minute, that's good. I think that's a good thing for us when we're trying to get people, some value.
Dan, you got to bring back the vlogs. Bring back the vlogs to Instagram. I think those would crush. I love the get ready with me ideas. I love the vlog ideas. I think that sort of long form content will do really well. Do you have any plans for this, Dan? Any 3-minute content pieces?
Yeah, well, so thank God Mr. Woj over here broke this news. We've been sitting on vlog content. I mean, I've been talking about it for the last 6 weeks, but we've been sitting on vlog content, not knowing what to do with it, whether it be a weekly, thing on YouTube or posting 60 seconds on my reel page or my page. Never does well. So it's kind of like we were in this weird in between. But now, I mean, as of about 17 minutes ago, as we were prepping for the show, and now I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be posting it as a long form reel. But Eric, my one question is, you mentioned like you can't film it on the app, or you have to. What did you say?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't have. You know how you have the 90 seconds or the 60-second reel? It doesn't have the 3-minute long upload yet, so you can't film it organically in Instagram. That'll come soon. They're testing that out right now. But you can still upload a 3-minute video to Instagram. You just can't film it as an Instagram reel. And clearly, if you're scrolling on the reel homepage, you're not seeing any 3-minute long videos yet. But on TikTok, I'm seeing way longer form. So I think Instagram needs to make it on the app where you could watch something off app like YouTube. And that'll make this sort of content so much better because, on Instagram, if you click away and you're listening in your headphones, that video goes away. But on YouTube, if you click away, it could still play in the background. So if they somehow figure out a way to do that, you could upload, longer podcast clips and vlogs that you could just listen to. Because I watch so much content without actually visually looking at it. So there you go, everybody.
I set it up in the shower and then it just goes. My boyfriend walked in the other day. He's like, are you not even looking at your phone? I'm like, I'm just listening. I'm learning what this girl is teaching me on Instagram.
That's actually what's happening right now. My wife is in the other room blasting some sort of podcast with, I call them the talking heads, and they're talking about like the Kate Middleton situation. It's just on full blast on repeat every single day. So if you guys can hear that, that's what that is.
Tell Ann to send me what podcast that is because I want the juice. I want the tea on that. That's what we need to turn this show into. Imagine just the two of us and we bring you guys on every single week and we just talk about, conspiracy theories and
I'd watch it.
Exactly. Then we'll turn into InfoWars.
The settlement is not happening. It's all conspiracy.
All these medias are lie. This is never actually been settled.
The only source of truth
NAR
here
doesn't exist. Let me tell you where it's actually coming from. All right. Here we go.
Where are the Ides of March?
New topic, Dan. Exactly. The globalists. Jason, you got any tips for us? You got any 60 seconds? What's working for you in real estate marketing right now? Anything?
3-minute long tip here, Jason. We gotta get it.
Yeah, give us a 3-minute long tip. What's working for you?
Nothing's working. Just
Perfect.
kidding. I did a direct mail piece that was really fantastic. Shout out to Jimmy Mack and the curator team. They designed this out, but basically the front end, I wish I had actually thought about this ahead of time and shared it with you, but the front end was a screenshot of a phone that just said, text me, or if I could sell my house for blank, I would sell my house this spring. And then on the back, it said, text me your answer to 619 to my cell phone. I sent that out to my farm, 1,500 pieces, and got 7 reply backs. So direct mail piece, direct to the point. It wasn't a lot about the neighborhood. It wasn't anything. It was very clear on the front, was just basically, if I could sell my home for blank, I would sell this spring. And then on the back, it said, text me your answer, 619, blah, 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 right? And I sent that out. Fantastic direct mail piece. I think direct mail is back. I think direct mail is a great marketing tool for us here at my team 2024, and keeping it as simple as possible. Telling people to text you back, not a call center, not an automated thing. Text your cell phone with their answer. That was one of our best performing mail pieces. And so that was a solid one for us.
Given that CTA, even with emails in our email blast, saying something like, reply to this email if you have any questions about BAM Camp, which is happening June 6th. Like anything that you could actually implore them to do, I think is effective. But Jason, what would you do without Jimmy Mackin, huh?
Jimmy's my guy.
Well,
Jimmy's he's the man. He's the brains behind this whole operation.
He's the marketing Sherpa of real estate. I like his tagline now on Instagram. It says, looking to be the most valuable follow in real estate. It's just such a good value prop. Like he says that, I think, in his Instagram bio. So if you go to his Instagram bio, you're 100% going to follow him, because why wouldn't you want to follow someone whose goal is to be the most liked guy in real estate? What does it say? On a mission to become the most useful person to follow in real estate. I love that.
His podcast channel is incredible too. Absolutely elite.
Yep. Yeah, Jimmy's crushing. Marley, what about you? What's working for you in real estate marketing right now?
I really hate that mine's also a Jimmy Mackin thing.
Perfect.
Sponsored by
Machine.
He is such a smart guy. So I've been doing 2 things. So right now I'm running a 100K in 100 days challenge, which was by Jimmy Mackin. And we're doing a lot of those ZMAs. What's working is the ZMAs, and then the conversation afterwards is, hey, if you would find value in it, I would love to build a more accurate home value report for you. And they want it. So then I build out just a cloud CMA live, record it on Loom, and also show them their equity through Palm Agent. And that got me a lot of listing appointments, or like, hey, will you just come over? Or, hey, will you introduce me to that HELOC lender that you're talking about, or the renovations and stuff like that. And then also something I'm going to give you 2 is, if someone doesn't open up your email, to filter out everyone that didn't open it the next day, change the subject line, same email, and send it back out to see if anyone else opened it.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I don't know why we've never done that. That's such a simple thing to do, and we've never done that. We've never A/B tested anything, and that's genius. So, Dan, you look confused.
Effort.
My mic was on mute. I thought you were kidding. You guys really have never done that? Wow.
No, I'm not kidding at all. It's a really good idea. Like we send the same email title to our mass email list, and obviously some get way more open rates than the others. But if we have something we really want to push, like a BAM camp or some piece of content, the fact that we're not A/B testing different email subjects or trying to hit them with that same piece of content twice is ridiculous. So thank you, Marley. Genius. See, that's why I love the show, everybody. Genius. You'll learn from the guests. Throw this video a like. Throw Marley a like if you got some value out of that. And everybody go follow Jimmy Mackin, of course, because this guy seems to be on some sort of different...
in one.
Because of you guys, I have literally been dreaming of lead magnets, emails constantly, because those are all the emails I'm getting. I'm like, my boyfriend's like, what did you dream about last night? I'm like, lead magnets and emails all night.
Yeah. I set up mini chats in my sleep. While I'm sleeping and dreaming, I sometimes wake up, I'm like, comment the word BAM, comment the word BAM. And then my wife will comment the word BAM, and then I'll get her email address in the middle of her sleep. It's crazy. What works usually is experimentation, Jason, Marley, is posting different styles of content, right? Trying different ways to get people to engage with your stuff. Yesterday, I didn't screen record. I posted a still image post, a tweet, and I posted that as a 4-second reel. and I put a song behind it to see how that would perform. Remember the old days where you could hack the algorithm, where you could record an image or record a tweet and it would loop for 2 seconds and then you'd get hundreds of thousands of views? I tried that yesterday and it was my worst performing piece of content in years, probably my least liked and commented post. So
Even
the
worse
point
than
is,
the collaboration that we did yesterday, or worse.
besides that one lost us both followers and almost got both of our accounts deleted. My point is that the engagement doesn't always matter, right? Like you do have to test stuff that is going to get bad engagement to see what works and what doesn't. So this was a good, study point for me, or a good data point for me to know, okay, that sort of content doesn't work. Maybe the tweet was too long. Maybe the background music sucked, or maybe this is just not the way people want to consume this sort of content. Maybe it's just back to still images. So my point is, if you are getting in the groove with some sort of posting style, do not be afraid to mix it up and experiment, because if you don't experiment, you don't go out of your comfort zone, you're never going to know what sort of content works.
There we go, Eric. That sounds like an A/B test, my friend. That sounds like you're A/B testing a lot of things right there. A, B, C, D, and E testing.
You know, you should also A/B test. You should A/B test Reminder Media. Right, Dan? You gotta test them out. So let me pull this up real quick.
You don't even have to A/B test Reminder Media. You just go straight to A. There is no B.
There is no B, because if you are an agent, you're looking to stand out from the crowd, Reminder Media is a resource you have to check out. You get your own branded print and digital magazines. Reminder Media delivers these resources to your contacts on autopilot, keeping you top of mind with your database. All you got to do is focus on the follow-up calls and watch referrals and repeat business come in. There's a link down below to check out Reminder Media. Get your face on a magazine. Have that thing sitting in their coffee shop. When they're walking around, they see Danny Deals' face every single day. All right, Dan, we're going to mix it up a little now.
Ooh.
All right, because Marley sent this 6 times in the group chat. Jason sent this to me separately. Dan sent this to me. Usually we start with the best thing we've seen this week. We'll pull this up, Haley, because this is the worst thing that I have seen, maybe of the year.
This is my background on my phone, just so everybody. This is my wallpaper.
So good.
So if you are not watching on YouTube, first go to YouTube. This is a Instagram story from our good friend, Tom Ferry, number one real estate coach in the world. He said, I'm hoping, which means I'm hopping on a plane tomorrow, heading to Connecticut with pal Byron Lazine, aka team leader or a killer team, aka CEO of the Broke Agent. And then he says, let's do some Q&A for a question for Byron and or myself. Calling Byron the CEO of the Broke Agent, publicly sunning me in front of the entire real estate community.
And putting money behind it.
And not to mention, by the way, go back to that, Haley, in the top left corner, it's a sponsored post, meaning whatever he did was getting so much engagement on this post, he decided to sponsor it. So not only was this just going to his audience, this was going to the entire real estate community, publicly sunning and disrespecting me. Tom, Byron is not the CEO of the Broke Agent. I am the CEO of the Broke Agent. I have made 5,000 plus posts. Do you think Byron is coming up with that in inspection memes? Do you think he's coming up with NAR settlement jokes? Do you see 5,000 posts about interest rates? No. I am the CEO of the Broke Agent. I will always be the CEO of the Broke Agent. And soon I will be the CEO of the Tom Ferry organization. And I will make a post on Instagram stories saying, Tom is riding on my jet, sitting in the baggage claim or sitting in the baggage thing at the bottom. And that I am the CEO and that Tom is making my social posts for me. Yeah. So the disrespect. Of course, this is, tongue in cheek. This is probably just a typo on Tom's part. Probably a typo.
It's like 100%.
He probably didn't mean to put, $100 a day behind it.
Correct. He probably meant to put @NowBam. But, one day, Dan, one day, Jason, one day, Marley, I will get the respect that I deserve in this real estate space. It hasn't come yet.
Eric's got a burn book now.
I do actually.
Tom is ugly. The whole thing.
Exactly. The patronizing I get from this industry, from the Tim Macy's of the world. Oh, just kind of that like down your nose look at me just because I've been making memes for 10 years. I'm telling you, one day there will be a public reckoning and I will wreak havoc on this entire industry. And you guys will all be at my conference. Tim Macy will be in the back. Because he can't afford the VIP tickets in the front. He definitely can. But he will be in the back.
Yeah.
TF will be the opening speaker. He won't be the keynote. He will be the opener.
You'll be the keynote. You'll be the
No,
keynote.
I won't be the keynote. I don't know who'll
Okay.
be the keynote, but
Derek
someone
Jeter?
huge. The president of the
Yeah.
United States is then will be the keynote. Yeah, exactly. Derek Jeter.
Your public
Lincoln Riley will be the keynote.
Yeah. So everyone just got your warning of your public reckoning. Beware
The
of the Ides
public
of
reckoning
March.
is coming on
Yeah.
this industry. But this is what happens, right? This industry. You know, it was the same thing with me in high school. You know, a couple years in, people were like, is this guy funny? What's his deal? He's not that cool. He is cool. And then I was cool junior, senior year. Same thing in college, right?
Is that when you hit
Same
your growth
exact
spurt?
thing. It always takes what?
Is that when you hit your growth spurt?
Yeah, exactly. That's when it actually is. I finally hit puberty junior year. And then same thing in college, right? It takes a couple months to figure out what the hell's going on with this guy. Is this guy an operator? Is he just a clown? Is he just making balloons in the back of a conference? But I'm telling you, one day, you too, Jason, one day you'll respect it. Not yet.
Wait, but you know
what
what?
do you
Go ahead,
major
Marla.
in? What do you major in college to make memes? I'm just curious.
Political science.
Communications. It's very simple.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Communications and entrepreneurship. True story there.
I think the funniest
You did
of
great.
that all, though, is what a callback, though, because clearly Tom or somebody that's maybe operating Tom's Instagram is watching the show and just spelling everything wrong, right? That would be a really good callback. Like, he could just stuff this down your throat if you were to say that, hey, I watched the walkthrough every week and you guys told me to misspell stuff, so I get engagement. And then not only did he get the engagement, but then he doubled down on it by sponsoring it. And like every other story that I see now is just
Every other.
Byron Lazine, the CEO of the Broke Agent
Right.
account, like basically, yeah. So that would just be an incredible callback, and it would be really funny to hear that he's watching the show. If
Can we get the follow up though? Because on the podcast he called it the BAM agent.
oh yeah, he did do that too.
So
I don't
there's
know if
even
this
more
is
to it.
purposeful or if he's just trying to, not.
But what
give it
talking
the
about? What
credit
about
that it's due,
Byron?
just-
Byron is not in it. Byron's not innocent in this when he's sitting on his
Byron's letting
G30
this
stand.
go.
Byron's like, yeah, put
Byron
money
was-
behind it.
Byron
Yeah,
was sitting there
exactly.
maniacally laughing, like in first class, with a Q&A with him. He saw it. It was
You know
sponsored.
he's getting hit with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
I,
really
I
would
texted
love
the screenshot to Byron. I texted the screenshot to TF last night because TF sent me some meme. I texted the screenshot to TF last night and I said, "You put money behind this, LOL. Like you're literally sponsoring this. You're sponsoring your public degradation of my brand. This is psychotic." And then I got
What
no
did he say?
response. He said nothing. I think he liked it. Anyway,
my
TF,
God.
I know this was just a simple mistake. I know you were, halfway through a couple bottles of champagne in first class up there with
8
Byron,
a.m.
and then maybe you just
Oops.
tag the wrong account. That's all. Tag the
I
wrong
would
account.
love to know his strategy though. Like on the back end, how did he set up the sponsored ad? Because it really was every other story
It's
all
It was
day.
crazy.
That just meant he
I thought
spent
it was
a
a joke.
lot of money. He spent a lot of money on that ad, is what that
I had
means.
so many people sending that to me, being like, "Byron's the CEO of the Broke Agent. Look what TF just posted. Look what TF
Surprise.
just posted." Obviously, it was getting a lot of engagement. So, love you, TF. I know it's just a simple
Silly.
mistake, and soon I will be the CEO of your organization. But let's get into the best thing we've seen this week. Marley, let's start with you.
I think that was all of ours. So I think we can end the show on that note.
End the show right there.
Yeah.
No, we had some incredible marketing pieces that we sent in. Marley, you sent this in. I believe it's from a Scottsdale agent.
Hmm.
Is that correct? All right, let's watch this and react, and you can tell us what you like about it.
With us as a husband and wife real estate team in Chandler, Arizona. Today we're getting a listing ready. We headed off to Chandler to get our professional photos done, and then we took some clips for social media. We always have professional listing videos done on our listings because we truly feel like most of our buyers are looking at video and it helps our listing stand out against the others. We hung our sign letting the neighborhood know that we are officially on market. We always send out 500 flyers to the neighbors letting them know we are listed and inviting them to our beautiful open house. Spend the day with us as a
All right. Here we go.
Yeah. What'd you like about
you're
it?
on, Marley.
And go.
So what I liked about it is that it was engaging as it's just a day in the life and it kept changing, but she was explaining to you very sneakily what she does when she lists a home. So I send out 500 postcards. I let the neighbors know. I put the sign out, all that good stuff. So it's kind of like in the back of your head, we're like, oh, like I respect her for all these things, but also you get to see what she's doing. One thing I would change though was the music did not go
It's
with
too-
the video. It was too
loud
much.
too.
Maybe just like some fun classical no word music, but I do like that you just kind of sprinkle in the days in the life and this is what we do.
This will be
That was
great
good.
vlog content for those 3-minute long reels. Also,
Ooh.
Oppenheimer strategy: cut every 2-3 seconds, different setting.
Is that
Seen
the
Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer
Dan?
strategy? Because my
Is
Yeah,
that
have you ever seen
strategy? Is it
Oppenheimer?
named?
my mind went somewhere way
nowadays,
else.
basically, if you've seen Oppenheimer, every 2 seconds it's a new background, it's a new scene. So
Yeah.
kind of similar to that, and that's what keeps people engaged in Instagram Reels, is having new settings.
Right. I was thinking about
Something
TF
that
who's
she
going to
could have
watch this and
done.
then Oppenheimer, your business. Sorry, go ahead, Marley.
Yeah.
What she could have done if she was trying to do some agent attracting is she could say, "Let me know," or seller attracting. "Let me know if you'd like to like have a list of my pre-listing things that I do."
Yep.
And then someone DMs her, "Hey, I want to know what's going on. What do you do for the pre-listing?" And then boom, you have a lead.
Interesting how your initial instinct is to go to agent attracting.
Ooh.
A lot of
Interesting.
people are doing it.
Very interesting.
Sus.
Jason, is that your instinct?
I don't know. DM me the word agent attraction to find out.
Exactly. Jason, what's the best thing you've seen, or what do you think of that video?
It was good. I thought the music
All right.
was a little loud. 'Cause we've talked about
Yeah.
this in the past. If you have the music above like a 5, it drowns out your voiceover a little bit. But it was good.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the best thing that Jason has seen this week. Haley, if you could pull this up. This video will drill your mind.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes, so like we don't have to watch the whole thing. But this is
this is 6 minutes. Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, it's long. But
God,
so
right.
this is more than a 3-minute reel, which is great. But I watched the entire thing. That's why I'm saying it's the best thing. Is like obviously like she took, shout out to Tea DeCarlo in Los Angeles at Compass, friend of the show, and she took like a trend jack here, and when the news came out about women owning more housing than men, and she kind of talked about that a little bit, but then she pivoted into a story about her mom. And basically talked about her mom's story growing up in San Francisco or whatever it was, or LA. Maybe I said that wrong. I don't remember. And then basically how she had a condo and then she sold it, and then like how she was raised in Burlingame. It was just a fantastic story. And so she took the trend, talked about it a little bit, and then pivoted into her own life story. And Tea does Tea's 2 cents. She talks about the market, but this video hit differently because she was telling a personal story. We talk about this all the time in our marketing. It's like people want to work with who they know, like, and trust. This video hits all 3. It's like she talked about real estate. She talked about herself. It got, look at it, went baby viral for, you know what I mean? It got close to 1,000 likes. It got a lot of shares and stuff like that. So for her, it got her known. It got her liked. It got her trusted. It was just an all-star story. Like I said, you could, Haley, maybe show like 30 seconds of it real quick.
A lot of articles lately saying how single women are outpacing single men in buying single family homes for themselves. And it got me thinking, as compared to what, right? Because it wasn't that long ago that women legitimately could not get a mortgage in their own name, or even a credit card in their own name without a co-signer that was a man. They literally needed someone with a penis to co-sign to get a mortgage or to get a credit card.
The good old days, right, fellas?
Single women are outpacing men in buying real estate now, because it wasn't that long ago that they legitimately couldn't. And then I started thinking like, well, shit. You know, I was raised by a single mom, and my parents divorced when I was only 2 years old. But to this day, I'm almost 42 years old. And my mom will regularly bring up the fact that she had this amazing condo in Twin Peaks, San Francisco, and it had panoramic views of the city. And she used to host parties, and she bought it in 1978 when she was like badass single, and she was working as a nurse, and she had her own money.
So the video like goes on. It's a long story, and she actually kind of tears up. And Marley even said in the text, she's like, I kind of teared up watching that. And it's because she's opening up herself. It had nothing to do with her real estate business. She was talking about a trending topic. The production was great. 2 cameras set up. She kind of turned and did that, where she looked into the second camera. There was no song in the background. You know, that could have been like a melancholy song. She put nothing, just straight audio. Home run. Worked.
It really was. Tea's ability to story tell is incredible. She's so charismatic on camera, and the fact that there's no script here, it makes it so much more natural. Because when you see someone kind of talking for a minute and a half, you know, I do this all the time on the Marketing Monday videos, and you can see that I'm reading something. It just takes down how good the actual video is. So shout out Tea, great trend jack, great video, great pulling at your heartstrings. I said initially this video will drill into your mind, because she did just post another Tea's 2 cents where she starts off with a drill talking about home renovations. Another great hook. So make sure you follow Tea DeCarlo. Obviously,
the world is healing when Tea is making content. Sorry, Eric.
Yes. No, go
Right.
ahead.
No, I'm saying like the world is healing when Taya is back and making content. Like I missed Taya's content. It's relatable. It hits home. All the above. Happy to see that she's doing the 2 cents. And also, I'm gonna go watch this video after we hang up the show. But yeah, the world is healing.
From what?
I don't know.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yeah,
Like the world is healing. It's just something you say. But yeah, so look, what I love about Taya's content is every time she posts, it's a must watch, kind of like a Matt Leonetti. There's a few content creators out there, and very few could pull this off, where it's just whether they upload once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. And I know Taya has other, proof of business pieces in there and just solds and a bunch of other content as well. But anytime they post, you're like, I got to watch this because I know a lot of thought and effort was put into it, and it's always good. So Taya DeCarlo always delivers. Danny Deals.
Yes, sir.
What is the best thing you've seen this week?
Speaking of always delivering, you know who else always delivers, my friend Eric?
Yeah.
It is Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Yes, famous actor and entrepreneur. So I found this very unique Twitter thread here on his success on branding, marketing, and some of the companies that he's invested in. So Ryan is a co-owner, and he's invested in all these different products that is a valuation of $14 billion plus. So this thread, and I have a video here clip to show you guys.
Here, we'll pull up Haley, I think it's the first link that's in there for the actual thread. This is the second. Oh, there it is.
There we
Perfect.
Go. Perfect. So it goes on to kind of just share some of Ryan's creative, how he's advertising, how he's marketing. So Ryan becomes the face of these brands, whether it be an alcohol company, whether it be a soccer team, whatever it may be. He creates creative ads that are one of a kind. He moves fast. He follows trends. So he trend jacks. We talk about that on the show all the time. He becomes, he actively markets the business himself from a goofy standpoint. Anytime he sees an opportunity, he jumps on it. But while most celebrities are just pumping money and kind of sit back, Ryan takes, the driver's seat. So if we could pull up really quick, Haley, if you can go back up to the aviation gin, this video is just anything Ryan does is hilarious. But this is his gin company, and he's just simply making a cocktail here. And I don't even like gin, but yeah, let's play it.
It's Father's Day, but if you don't mind, we're going to celebrate with the mother of all cocktails, the vasectomy. Let me show you how to make it. First, fill a tall glass with ice, the way children fill our lives with so much joy. Next, pour 1 ounce of cranberry juice, sweet, just like their little smiles. Then, pour 3 ounces of tonic, so bubbly. Then, pour 3 ounces of tonic.
Just wait 1 second. Look at the stud.
So bubbly, just like I feel every day I wake up after a long, full night's sleep. Now, add a dash of lemon juice. Fresh if you have a few minutes to squeeze one, or store-bought if the little ones have you running around a bit today, the little scamps. Finally, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of Aviation American Gin, the world's highest rated gin for the world's highest rated job.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just textbook right there.
Finally, we're going to add
Father's Day.
1.5 ounces of Aviation American Gin.
We're gonna
Stir.
We're watching this 10 times.
And then we're going to garnish with a little slice of sunshine. Now that is as refreshing as fatherhood. Well, something I call the vasectomy for no reason at all. Happy Father's Day, everyone.
See, it's just, he's creating these funny, unique, different ads. I don't like gin. I might try one. I definitely need a vasectomy. And by vasectomy, I mean the drink. Eric, I know you do as well. But I think that video can relate to both females and males, right? And I just think it's funny. And he does this with all of his different brands that he's investing in. And it just goes to show that he's being his unique personality and creating all these unique and different ads.
More importantly, he's talking to his ideal client that loves to drink and is funny.
Exactly.
I know.
That's all of us right here, right, guys? Drop a like and comment if you like to drink and you're funny. That's a good combination right there. Here's
Eric,
the best thing
what is
I've
your
seen
favorite
this
thing
week.
you saw this week?
Yeah, I will. Let me see. Let me pull it up here. Actually,
Is yours also a vasectomy? Chris
yeah,
Benjamin.
It's a Jimmy Mackin clip. It actually is Chris Benjamin. The best thing that I've seen this week It is. It is a brilliant coming soon listing video from Chris Benjamin. Pause it. Pause it right there. So just simple coming soon. What was that? 10 seconds. Paper towels go out. It says coming soon. Look at this caption. This is a masterclass in how to promote a listing coming up. So just scroll to the top real quick. It says, where even spills aren't so bad, Casa Covina. And then it says, comment Covina below to get details. So he has a mini chat set up. For the first time in nearly 20 years, one of Covina's finest homes hit the market. Join us this Friday from 3 to 8 p.m. for a launch party, not an open house, a launch party. That sounds a lot more fun than going to an open house. 3 to 8 on a Friday. I think there might be some vasectomy cocktails involved in that one, Dan. Food and drinks for the first opportunity to see this beautiful residence. And then again, with the mini chat, comment Covina below to get the details and share this video with someone you know. Call to actions, mini chats, just a fantastic way to preview a listing. I love Chris Benjamin. He's brilliant with all of his content. And, you know, the video took 10 seconds. It was just, you preview a little bit of the house, so you're kind of teasing what it looks like. It's nice the way he's going through the neighborhood on his bike. It looks like this beautiful sunny day. I just loved it. I love him.
I think Chris might be in that competition. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, man. Chris might be right now content creator of the year. You know what I also noticed in there? There was a 5-hour, I guess, open house, but he called it a launch party. I thought that was pretty cool and unique. Imagine being that seller and seeing that, like, wow, you're throwing a launch party. Eric, when was the last time you threw a launch party at your Pi Kappa Phi fraternity house for a sophomore year?
Yeah, actually, Lambda Chi. It was called Wizards, Lizards, and Girls is what it was called. Actually, that was the that was the theme there. If you've ever been to a party before,
who were the lizards?
we were the wizards and the lizards.
Dan, you better watch out because I can pull up the Coastal Carolina YouTube page if you want me to.
Well, we could. Yes, we could recycle that video. I'll tell you this, though. There was nothing better than it's a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, and you have all of Pi Phi lined up outside of your house. There was nothing better.
With girls. Yeah.
This is before Eric hit his girls.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is freshman sophomore year when I wasn't quite there yet. But it was a lot better than talking about 90-second reels and doing this. There you go. Anyway, that is the show. Thank you for watching this week's walkthrough. If you got any value out of this, which I know you did, we had some genius tips. Marley with the A/B testing and emails, Jason Cassidy with the Jimmy Mack, and Dan O'Neill sharing us a 2-minute long video of Ryan Reynolds making a vasectomy cocktail, which certainly had a lot to do with real estate. And then, of course, Chris Benjamin crushed it. Thank you for watching the show. Follow Jason Cassidy, follow Marley Presswood, follow Danny Deals, and root for Arizona. Bear down, because today we beat Clemson. We cover the 7.5. We go to the Elite 8. We play North Carolina. We go to the Final Four. I'm going to the game tonight. Look at me. I'll be sitting on the wood. TF will be in the rafters. He'll be using binoculars. I'll be flicking him off from the wood.
Shout out to Mr. Katz for the tickets. Shout out to Mr. Katz. Let's go, Katz.
Exactly.